What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Noel Blends. We are back at it again with another haircut tutorial. We are going to be doing a high taper on my boy right here, and I'm going to show you guys step by step on what I do to achieve this type of look. Other than that, let's get right into it, and I hope you guys like the video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with our 1.5 guard lever fully closed, and we're just going to clean up the bulk underneath. Technically, he was already pretty short in the bottom, it wasn't that long, so I barely went in there and just cleaned everything up, set up our foundation. Then you take your thinning shears and we're just going to connect the top to the bottom, not perfectly, but we are going to start to give it some shape. I like to do this before because I like to see where I'm going to set up my blend exactly, and I usually do this when they're carrying a lot of weight on top, so I'll just, whenever you do this step, you just want to go straight to the top and do some gradual blending. Don't dig in too much into it because you will create a lot of chunks. As you guys can see, I'm combing it back down and going straight up. Take your time on this. Do not rush the cut. You guys take as long as you guys need and try to really perfect down the blend or the technique. And I promise you, your clients will love it better. If you take longer and it comes out crispier, your clients will not mind. They'll be more appreciative than anything because they know that you're just trying to make them look real good. But other than that, we're just gonna start off by creating our first initial guideline. These are my babyless zero gap trimmers, and we do create about at the bottom of his edge up, the corner, we're gonna create our first initial bald guideline. Just go a little bit behind his ear because we are gonna blow it up technically. What you want to do next is grab your shavers. These are the Andis ones. I do like the Andis more than the babyless shavers, and the wand ones are pretty good too as well, but I like these because they're real cheap and they do the job real good. They get down really down to the bald skin, and they're cheap. You can find them on Amazon. I'll have everything listed down below. I do go all the way to the top, but I do not put heavy pressure. I let the shaver do the work, and because if you put a lot of pressure, it's going to be really hard to take out that line. So just go up to the top and just give it a little flick if you have to. Next, what you want to do is grab your half guard, lever fully closed, and we're going to create about an inch guideline. Take it to a little bit behind his ear. You want to curve it a little bit backwards because we are going to give it more of a curved type blend. That way we don't go too much into the back of the mullet. As you can see, I'm utilizing the corner of the blade when I go towards the back. That's what you guys want to do. Do not take the whole blade to the back completely flat. That's how you'll go into the back of the mullet. As soon as we do that, once we got everything down to that half guard lever fully closed, we're going to come in and take out the bottom line and completely close. These are my Oster fast feeds. The reason I use these is because they basically, you can detail pretty good with them, and they're a slow motor. It's a rotary motor, so it don't take off a crazy amount of hair at first. So there's a little bit more room for air. As you guys can see, I just opened it about a quarter, and we're just going to take out the remaining line. It should come right off with no more than opening it like halfway, but if you have to, go ahead. It does not matter, to be honest. Right here, what I'm doing, I'm just getting my zero gap trimmers and taking out the remaining stubble hairs that my clipper didn't get. Also, excuse my camera, guys. It was pretty blurry. It keeps going into autofocus and coming out, but I got to figure it out. So by the next video, it shouldn't be like this. Just bear with me on this one, guys. Next, what you want to do is get your 1 guard lever fully open, and we're going to take it all the way to the top where we have the 1.5 guard, and we're just going to start to sandwich the blend. This is lever open, and then we're going to go more down and close it halfway and then fully close it. Go all the way to the top where we have the 1.5 guard, but don't go any higher than that. As you guys can see right here, I close it halfway, and now we're going to start to go a little bit lower. Keep the blade flat, guys, because what you guys want to do is keep in mind, you guys are trying to sand out the blend instead of really flicking out the hair, you know what I mean? So right here, we're gonna close it fully, and we're gonna attack that middle ghost line. As you guys can see, it's not a hard line, it's just a ghost line. Just keep the blade flat, guys, and remember, once again, it's not gonna take it out completely, just gonna soften it up quite a bit. Some cases it might come out, but in the majority of the time it's not. Next, what you want to do is grab your half guard lever fully closed and use your corners on this. Utilize your corners a lot on this step right here, because this is going to determine if your blend's going to look super buttery or it's going to be pushed up. As you guys can see, I'm just using the corners, not really putting my blade completely flat on it, and we're just attacking those dark little spots. Do not be scared, guys, as well. Just go in there. You can always come back and detail. This technique will give you a lot of room for error, so don't be afraid. Next, what you want to do is grab your number 2 guard, lever fully open, and I close it about one little notch, which on like a magic clip or another clipper, it'll just be a tiny little bit, just about a quarter. Close it, and we're just gonna go straight up, not really creating another guideline. We're just trying to connect the top to the bottom as much as possible, lining up those dark spots. Next, what you want to do is grab your 1.5 guard, lever fully open, and close it about a quarter as well, and just go right underneath that, pretty much attacking all the dark spots as well. Not creating a guideline, just softening everything up basically. One thing I will tell you is do not spend a lot of time on one spot. Just once you hear your clipper stop cutting it or hearing it that the hair's not coming off, just leave it alone and go to your next step, because once you learn how to do that, you will stop being super OCD about your haircuts and you'll be able to get your haircut time faster. So right there I have my one guard. I jump back down to my 1 guard, and basically our blend's done. I was just doing extra detailing, and that's what you guys, if you guys see a lot of dark spots left, grab your 1 guard and start detailing everything and just clean everything up. Do not be afraid. Just go in with your 1 guard, start with that open, and clean every little dark spot you see. When doing his edge up, I do go in with my 1.5 guard, lever fully closed, and I just take off all the baby hairs whenever I don't do a hard line up underneath. He wants his bangs, so I basically just cleaned up underneath and not gave him a hard line and just lined up his vertical bars. Try to keep it as natural as possible and not really push him back. We are going to add enhancement, so that will give it an extra pop as well. I do use Kiss Express and mix it with water, sometimes with aftershave. I usually just do both, whatever's in my reach, I'll reach it and mix it up. But that's basically how I do his lineup and fade. That's the fade technique that I've been using lately, and I think you guys will like this one a lot better than my first one. It saves more time and it's just as effective. But as you guys can see, I'm doing his other side, and I'm just gonna fast forward it for you guys and let you guys watch this haircut come together. I do like to style my client's hair. I'm going in and just damping it up a little bit with some water. Right here I did add some hair serum. I didn't show it in the video, but I will have it listed down below. It's the level 3 hair serum, and I just added this on so when I blow dry it, it protects it from burning the hair or damaging it. So just add a couple drops and make sure to rub it in nicely, and we're gonna go ahead and blow dry his hair. The blow dryer is set at high speed with medium heat. That way we don't burn his scalp or it's not too hot for him. After we blow dry it completely, I do like to add my texture powder and just add a little bit just to give it some extra volume and pop. I do add a little bit of clay. This is the level 3 clay paste, and just go in there and grab. You don't need too much, just add some in there, and there's no right or wrong way to style someone's hair. In this case, when you have texture on top. So just in case you guys forgot what my client came in looking like, This was the before, and this is the after. I think the cut came out super dope. You got the texture on top, the high taper, the crispy edge up, business up front, party in the back. As you guys can see, my client loves his haircut. I think this is the best feeling whenever you do such a crispy haircut and your client sees it for the first time when you turn them around. The looks on their face, man, it's just amazing, guys. I hope you guys like this haircut. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram, at TikTok, at Noel Blends. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Hit that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, and message me on Instagram if you guys have any questions. Other than that, I'm Noel Blends, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.